Welcome back, viewers. So I forgot to um, see what was being filled in your cup with the Oracle 7. Okay. And pertaining to these people that are going to, who are going to feel some type of way, because now they have a reason to not like you. Because now they have to face how they did you wrong. You have every right. Remember, I told you, don't do them how you did them. And this is why I want to tell you. Compassion does not see the faults of others. It does not see the weakness of people. It has no ego. Killing them with kindness. Okay? So I need you to keep that in mind, all right? So you can see that. You can't even see it. So I'm gonna just read it to you again. Okay? I don't want no one to mess their eyes up, all right? Because if you're looking at your phone too long, all right, that blue light behind that screen will mess your eyes up, all right? Compassion does not see the faults of others. It does not see the weakness of people. It has no ego, all right? Everything unique about you is about to be very attractive, okay? I'm telling you, oh, if you walk down with your head down, you still gonna be attractive because you don't look like an insecure person. For the most part, you'll get more reactions of people saying, "Hey, excuse me, are you doing okay?" It's like, I'm telling you, let's see what's being filled in your cup. All right. I'm gonna shuffle these up really, really good. So if you need to go get something to snack on, something to drink, this is definitely not going to be a long reading because I definitely am channeling a lot of messages right now. And so I need to get some of these out. But yes, definitely watch Aries next 72. What is being filled in your cup? Beautiful uncaging. I just said, even if you walk with your head down, people are going to notice you, and they are not going to let you get on no bus. They're not going to let you take off on no bike. They're not going to let you get in your car. Excuse me, are you okay? Is there anything you need? Okay? I mean, you can have your head down, and it's more so like, okay, do you need water? Are you hot? I mean, and you're literally gonna look at these people like, what in the heck is going on? When I tell you the initiation has begun, it has begun. What else is being built in the viewer's cup? And I need to, it says the Oracle's gift. And we are going to read these. The Oracle's gift. All right. Like I said, you are definitely a person that people are going to want to confide in. Okay? Please call me, please call me. But you got to understand, you have to use your time wisely. Now you know who and when and how and why when you need to donate your time. Your territory has been open, it's been broadened so that you can be able to build your heaven on earth. You can no longer be hijacked from your manifestations. All right? All right. Be more. Take over your flaws, like I said, attractive than ever before. Man. Man. What else is being filled in the viewer's cup? We have tender embrace. All right. And we have quieting the mind. I tell you, peace. Your peace doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like an alone, like I'm lonely, I'm alone. You have peace. So let's go ahead and start with quieting of the mind. 35. This is part 2, so you might want to go back to part 1, viewer, so that you can get the overall message of why you are very attractive at this time and moving forward. Okay? You just keep showing up for yourself. All right? The way that you put in work is not ordinary. Okay? You have been blessed to where you're able to, like, you need to start, like, how do I say this? It's like, it's not a new trend. It's like you have access to information that is going to help the collective, yet alone yourself. And that's why you have been initiated into a new form of protection where people can no longer, especially close ones to you, are those whom you've been trying to cut ties from, and you've just been having this struggle. Okay? They don't have access. Just because someone knows where you are doesn't mean they have access. Just because someone knows your number does not mean they have access to you. Just because someone is on your social media platform does not mean they have access to you. Just because someone drives by your home does not mean they have access to you. Just because someone delivers a message through a person to get to you does not mean they have access to you. Free will is what gives them access. Okay? So I need you to remember that. At any time, when you get the 8 of Wands coming in, if this has to do with traveling, like I said, if someone trying to hijack within your energy or trying to rob you from your manifestations, you have control and the power to slow this down or to stop this. What do you think what blocking is for? But now you have assistance. Not only are people being blocked, not only are demonic forces being blocked, and not only is dark musicians being blocked, you have passed the test here. And through you being blessed in this initiation, those who have never healed their 3 of Swords are now having to make their wrongs right. As much as they want to communicate and try to get to you, you have to use your time wisely. Excuse me. You are looking at time in a whole different way. This is not looking at time as, oh, my time is valuable. No. This is more so, you are answering the call here. Whatever prayer that you sent out to God, and released into the universe, God, just please, just please answer me. Not only did he answer you, he changed it all up. Okay? So not only is this you going on a new journey, it's oh my gosh, there's this story, but I don't believe in like adding stuff to stories. But there is this story about someone, right, whom where God shows them, right, in their dream state, right? And they said, I need you to write everything down. That's what I'm trying to tell you of why your manifestations can no longer be hijacked. It's like, believe me, viewer, you know how to manifest. But it kept feeling like, okay, I got a new job. Okay, everything's going good. And then next you know it, my assignment is over. What is going on? I just told my kids everything's going okay. It just seems like every time everything got balanced, it felt like you were going backwards. But the whole test for you was to see if you still would be giving. The test was, were you going to be like this or like this? You still showed up for yourself despite of it's ending to that. It is an ending to that. All right. So let's go ahead and see what this is that's being filled in your cup. We have the quieting of the mind. Okay. Number 32. I always say somebody could be 32. I always say the numbers could be someone's age. All right. Or this could be the age where change took place, whether it's good or bad. All right. Quieting of the mind. Life is chaotic, busy, loud, frantic, and overwhelming. Some days all that noise is like the roar of thunder echoing around you, and it feels as if you're being um, pummeled by a rainstorm. Pummeled. I'm assuming pummeled is like being drowned, but let's see. It's PUMMELED. And I want to encourage you to pay attention to the words that you're using, because I know that I have noticed that in order for me to be able to um, release the message within the readings for your spread, I have to slow it down. I have my days where, I could be hyper. All right, strike repeatedly with a fist. So, battered, punched. This is domestic violence. All right. So, isn't this why we take vacations? Well, basically, getting beat up by a storm, basically, right? Isn't this why we take vacations, to get away from somewhere peaceful? In spite of the surroundings din of the world, today you need to slow down and find a bit of peace. So go ahead and take a deep breath right now. Okay? So I'll go ahead and allow you to take your deep breath while I look at the word dim. Is it dim? No, it's dim. So you have this being filled in your cup. So you don't, when you get to that place where you're in the Nine of Wands energy, where you're like, oh my gosh, I know I'm going to get through this, right? I got to work these extra hours because I know that this light bill is going to be up. So I'm going to have the strength, And then It's printing, photography, uproaring, commotion. Okay, so whenever you feel disturbed or anything, that's just make it real simple. Whenever a hot mess is going on, okay, know that you have access to this quiet mind. That any moment you can tell it to be quiet. That's why it's very important to use your time wisely. And with this use your time wisely, now that you are getting ready to be a center of attention, okay, baby? Okay, boss? Okay, pillar? Okay, leader? Okay, influencer? Okay, manager? All right, CEO? Okay, entrepreneur? All right, independent contractor? Okay, you're a new parent? Okay, because there's a lot of people who love, I have my house, I can cook, I can clean, and I have my children or my child. Those are people's dreams too. Everyone's dream is not about the nice car or being at the sky. But as a FYI, the higher you go, the least infestations you have to deal with. That's why the circles are so small. And that's why it's not hard to get access to information to people of who knows who and who knows who. Okay. And I'm happy that I said that because I just got my own message that I need to start clearing up my social media of those who are not aligned with me. So I advise you to do the same thing. So if you have a business or something, all that extra stuff, that's for your personal stuff. Okay. Or just FYI, my allergies. Today requires you to take an eternal break and go to the silent space to regroup. Remember I said this is what's being filled in your cup. You have access to that. Okay. And we did have meditation pop up in part one. We didn't read that because I think we just read, what did we read? We read enlightenment. Okay. You know exactly what you need to do, or your intuition is going to guide you on what it is that you need to do. All you have to do is make the call. God, you show me. God, you tell me. Okay? So you are building a stronger relationship with oneness. All right? So let's go ahead and move forward. What else is being filled in your cup, viewer? We have tender embrace. Hopefully you can see these cards. This is definitely confirming royalty. Royal. Okay? Uh, Believe me, changing feels weird sometimes. It can feel awkward when it's unfamiliar. Okay, when you start tapping in. All right? And so we have 22. So someone could be 22 or something, the good or bad occurred at 22. All right? All right. 22. Let's see what that is. All right. Dealing with compassion. Remember, that's what we were talking about. And I always have to just keep going back to it because I have a short attention span. So it says, compassion does not see the faults of others. It does not see the weakness of people. It has no ego. All these people that you showed compassion to, they won't have access to you. They will not have access to you. Mm-mm. They are going to see what they have done here. They're going to come as black and white. wanting to make their wrongs right. And this is where you come in, where you have to use your time wisely. All right? All right. So, this is what it says. This is filling your cup of tender embrace. So, whenever you have anxiety, do this. Put your hand on your heart and breathe deeply. Inhale a sense of gratitude. Now, how do you feel? Keep doing this, tuning into the world around you, others you know, and even those you don't know. Can you feel compassion for them? This is definitely tied into this quiet of the mind. Remember, I said you have access to it. And it has nothing to do with all the fancy little things that are extra tools that we can utilize. You show up for yourself. Okay? All right. So moving forward, for this tender embrace deals with compassion. All right. So moving forward, the oracle gift. What does that say? 57? Oh, no, 37. Okay. And someone could be 37, or something good or bad occurred at 37. All right, when we ask for a sign from the universe, we are essentially asking for divine guidance that we believe needs to come from the source outside of us. Didn't I tell you your prayer was answered? Now you are a center of attention. Now you are a center of attraction. You don't even know what to. It literally, may feel a little bit too much, right? Your gifts enhancing. You seeing things more than what you normally would, how you would see things. It's like, it's different, okay? It's so different. The way you look at things is going to, it's has a broad and its dimension where you have access. You have been initiated to have access. You're a trustworthy viewer. Okay? All right. This is because we don't always trust our intuition, our ability to read between the lines and see beyond time and space. And we ask for signs and look for a mystical reassurance that our mundane lives don't seem to offer. However, an oracle simply provides an answer that is already inside us. Okay. So for some of you who are also readers, I just want to say thank you so much for, showing SGL channel support, just taking the time to just show up. I appreciate it. And there's also time now for you to step into your power. There's nothing wrong with supporting other readers, but now you need to cut down. I'm hearing 3 or 4. All right. So, and you already know who it is that you need to stop listening to. Okay. So, with that being stated, you are blessed and highly favored. It's definitely giving that energy of it happened all so fast. This is not it all happened so fast where it causes you to fall off. No. Tears of joy. Okay. We have, what does it say? Beautiful. I need to see this. It says beautiful uncaging. Yes. Whew. You have access. Told you. the initiation. All right. 14, someone that you never thought that you were going to be able to detach from. You're realizing that you've already been detached. And the feelings and the emotions that it was entrapping you of needing to know the whys, okay, has faded away. All right. This person does not have access to you anymore. Moving forward. All right. The beautiful uncaging for some of you, 14 years of age, okay, is when the good or bad started to occur. Someone is 14, okay. I'm definitely getting someone that's 14 that is gifted here, and they are able to see, and there's more so of you needing to support um, this person, okay. If they're into crystals, support them, take them to get crystals, or give them a credit card so that they can buy the tools that they need, okay, of showing support. All right. Um, Moving forward, let's go ahead and read this. At this time, you're being called to assess where guilt is playing a part in life. Didn't I tell you this person is not going to have access to you anymore? Um, for most part, people whom you've shown compassion to, and I have to read it again, compassion does not see the faults of others. It does not see the weakness of people. It has no ego. Excuse me, my allergies. All right. Guilt is a powerful emotional state capable of transforming difficult situations. And this is what the people you've shown compassion to are now. It's like it's going to hit them hard. And the way it hits them, it's like, well, viewer, I know viewer has a compassionate heart. It doesn't matter what I do to this person. This is somebody that's loyal to me. They don't have access to you anymore. Okay. Um, Take a moment now to consider when you have harmed others or yourself. This knowledge will free you from the story you tell about it, so you're able to connect with truthful remorse. Now is the time for um, rigorous honesty as you take a self inventory with a natural state of mind. A good question to ask yourself now is why the guilt is there. You might be taking on a burden that is not even yours to carry. Pay attention, take action, viewer, and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making. And with that being said, it's not your fault. It's just your compassion. It's what you allowed. Okay. There were no boundaries. And even if there were boundaries, you allowed them to be crossed. Okay. You allowed those boundaries to be taken advantage of. All right. So without that further ado, that concludes your reading. All right. Don't forget, love is kind. Enjoy this attention. Enjoy this new, right? And it's like, don't misuse this power that's being granted unto you. Um, Take advantage of it to its fullest potential. Be open and willing to learn here. Okay. Whenever you need your quiet space, you have access to that. Okay. With this tender embrace, put your hand over your heart and take those deep breaths. All right. It's the simple tools that we can use from with ourselves. All right. If you have a form of uh, a disability where you're unable to touch your heart, simply close your eyes and take those deep breaths. All right. Um, Let's see. If you have the disability where you are blind, there is a sense in just saying, my space, be still. I command my space to be still. Okay? This is you taking your power, using your oracle gifts here, all right? And going into this beautiful uncaging, all right? That you have access to. You, okay? This is not, oh, I won the lotto. Let me keep this a secret. No, this says you have been initiated. Okay, many are called, few are chosen. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.